I'm Erica. Welcome to Hack Your Health. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make kefir. Kefir is a fermented milk product. It's similar to yogurt, but it actually has more different kinds of strains of bacteria. So it's really good if you're healing your digestion because it's very helpful with repopulating the microflora in your gut. I used kefir when I was healing from Crohn's disease, and I would drink it or eat it with other things every day, and I found that that was really helpful with restoring my digestion. The difference between kefir and yogurt is that in kefir there's bacteria and yeast. They work together to break down the lactose in the milk, and in yogurt it's just bacteria, so it's a different product and it has a different consistency. It's more liquid than yogurt is, and in order to make it thicker you could add cream as well as milk. I was using this on the specific carbohydrate diet, which is the diet that I used when I was healing from Crohn's, and it's not specifically legal on that diet, but the reason why yogurt is legal is because it breaks down the lactose, so I think that it's a good replacement for that. That's easier to make. So that's up to you if you're doing that diet. To make the kefir, you need a sieve that has small enough holes that the grains aren't going to go through it, and it should be made out of plastic. So you need a bowl that's wide enough to catch the stuff from your sieve. You need a wooden spoon, milk, and your batch of kefir. If you don't have any kefir grains already, you can go on Craigslist and buy them from somebody, because they're hard to find from a store because it's not regulated, because they're a living thing. Once I've taken the kefir grains out of this, I'll show you what they look like. So first you put this sieve in the bowl, and then you empty the kefir out into it. So the kefir is quite thick, so it won't go through the holes by itself, so that's why you need to stir it. So this is the kefir grain, and you can see that there's also, this is a smaller kefir grain. So they can be all different sizes, and every batch that you make will grow a few more of these kefir grains because they're eating the lactose. So as they eat, they get bigger. So eventually you're going to end up with a lot of them, and you can give them away to someone else. So when you're looking for a kefir grain, this is approximately what it's going to look like. This is a pretty big kefir grain, so it might be like that there's a few bunches that are smaller than this one, but this is approximately what they look like. So I always rinse off the rest of the milk out of here, so I'm going to do that now. So once it's rinsed off, this is what the kefir grain looks like, and you can see that there's a couple smaller ones that are starting to grow. So if you need to store it for any reason, you can put some milk in it, over it, and store it in the fridge for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, or you could freeze it, and then when they come out of the fridge or the freezer, they're gonna ferment more slowly until they kind of get woken back up again. So you can store them that way, but they won't ferment the milk as fast as if you had never put them in the fridge until after maybe another 1 or 2 batches to get going. So in order to start your first batch of kefir, you just put the grain into your container. You're gonna want to use a glass container because it's not gonna leach anything, either plastic or metal, into the kefir as it ferments. Metal can also kill the kefir grain, so make sure that whatever you're using with your kefir is never anything metal. So then you just pour the milk over the kefir. Make sure you don't fill it all the way to the top, because as it ferments it can expand slightly, so if you were to fill it all the way you could end up with the kefir leaking out of the container. Then you can either put the lid on loosely so that any kind of gas that's produced can leave, or what I like to do is just put a cloth over the kefir and put an elastic on it. So once you made your kefir, you put it in the cupboard for about 1 or 2 days. The rate that it will ferment at is different depending on the temperature of your house. So if it's warmer, it will go faster, and if it's colder, it will go slower. And just make sure to check on it every day and stir it, because sometimes the top will start to create like a film on the top, and then when you stir it, it'll mix that back in, and then right before it starts to separate, you'll know that it's ready. So it should just look thicker and the grains will be on the top, and then you'll know that it's ready. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. And if you'd like to see more of my videos about healing from Crohn's disease, I have a playlist about that on my channel. And if you like this video, please let me know by pressing like, and if you'd like to see more of them, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.